I guess so. See, all of this is a part of it. When you are networking, the energy that you experience at the event is the energy you bring. A lot of people go to events and they go to networking expecting something, oh, I hope it's a good event, whether it's a bad event. Here's the thing, do you show up as a good event or do you show up as a bad event? Because you're going to, in a sense, create the energy you experience there. So therefore, are you going to decide that it's going to be a boring event, it's going to be a fun event? The way to 100% guarantee that is you bring the fun. You bring the party. And if you want to hack on how to bring the party, you can just go to 3 new people and tell them why you think they're awesome. Because the energy you add into another, you create for yourself. So if you want to feel awesome, tell someone else they're awesome. 3 people. You want to feel rich? Tell someone they're rich. 3 people. I haven't even started the speech yet. Let me. Okay.
So if you're not rich, you tell them rich.
Exactly.
Kind of liar.
What's that?
Kind of liar.
Well, that's the thing. That's a good point. You can't lie about it. You have to genuinely believe they're rich. If you have a thought about someone that you don't think they're rich, no. Be authentic. And oftentimes, if we see someone else as poor, it's because we have a belief about ourselves as being poor. You cannot see onto others what you don't see within yourself. So the best way to inspire others is do your best to inspire yourself and be that source of inspiration.
Yeah.
What's up?
And rich has different definitions.
Yes.
Rich can be in your heart.
Exactly.
Your monetary.
Exactly.
Money. Yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't have to be your money.
Exactly. Abundance. So I want to share a little bit about my networking journey. I do a lot of networking now, and I want to kind of share the origin of it. So for me, my story started in a cornfield in Iowa. All right. Who's heard of Des Moines, Iowa? Anyone's heard of that? West Des Moines? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. A lot of people stopping there and gotten gas before. It's good gas, good pizza at Casey's. Heard that? Yeah. Exactly. So I was at a space where I had a job that I worked at. It was a corporate sales job. And a good thing about the job was they paid me a lot of money. The bad thing about the job is they paid me a lot of money. Just enough money for me to not focus on my dream, not focus on what I wanted to do. And so I felt my life at this space where I was like, man, it's just, yeah, everything's comfortable, but I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying my life. My life doesn't feel like an adventure. So what do? I go to cornfield in Iowa. I'm like, okay, God, if you're real, I need some type of proof. You know, I need something. I don't know what to subscribe to. I'm just asking, just throwing out a prayer, right? So I'm sitting in the cornfield, expecting to see like Mufasa in the sky or something. You know, looking for something magical to happen. And then a couple of moments go by. My uncle reaches out to me, and he just says, "Son, I'm so glad to connect with you. I feel inspired to tell you that God's glad you're back in His life, and He's glad to have you as part of His kingdom." And I'm like, whoa, where did this come? He lives in Seattle. You know, his phone chime was just like that one right there. He just called me just like that. And so in that moment, that was one of the first of the many synchronicities that happened in my life. So I started getting the point, okay, cool. So what am I here to do? What do I want to do? And I thought about it. I'm like, I really love improving myself. Who here is like self-growth junkies? Like all of the self-growth books, read them for fun. I was just like that. And I was like, man, if I can just speak about that, that'll be a great, yeah, I just want to speak about that. Within 2 months of me having that decision, I go on Twitter and I start networking and posting positive tweets and stuff. A lady reaches out to me and she said, hey, I would love to meet you. I read your tweets every morning. They really inspire me. And I'm just giving out inspiration. I go to her office. I talk to her. I forget what I say, but something really inspired her. And she goes like, you don't know who I am, but I actually work for Dr. Ben Carson, who's running for president right now. And I want to make an introduction. And I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm not political. Don't go and throw me into all that shit. No, that won't be a political meeting. It'll be a spiritual meeting. So I go, I meet him, we talk about spirituality, talk about our faith, things of that nature. And then when I get back, a couple of days go by, I call her to say thank you. Thank you for having me. And she's like, it's a funny thing that you've reached out to me because I was about to call you. And I'm like, why? She's like, tonight's the Iowa caucuses and we need a speaker. We need someone to speak at this event. Would you do it? And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I've never given a public speech before, like ever, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I can, sure. I get there. She forgets to tell me that there was about 500 people in that audience. She just left that detail out. And she also forget to tell me that I have an opponent, right? Guess who my opponent is? Donald Trump.
Oh, damn person.
That's me. My very first public speech was against Donald Trump at the Iowa caucuses.
Wow.
And he spoke about Make America Great Again, his usual spiel. And I got up there, shivering, and I spoke about, well, I don't know much about politics and all of that, but I do know that the way we make this country great is if people take the time to love their neighbors.
Yes.
People took the time to tell people they're awesome, for no reason, to tell them they're awesome. What if, as a country, we all thought of family as the human race, right? So we have our biological family and we have our human family, and we treated people as such. I gave that speech and I won. Yeah, I was like 23, 24 years old, right? And then mind you, this is just 2 months after I said it at Cornfield in Iowa. I'm like, if you're real, show me some type of proof, God. Like, what am I here to do, right? Within 2 months. Shortly after that, I was on MTV News. Got to speak on MTV News about the speech and everything. That's me when I met Ben Carson. And then I built a life coaching practice, mostly networking, and then it led me to be able to give a TED Talk, on one of the largest stages on the planet. And I attribute a lot of this, I would say at least 90% of this is just networking the right way. And listen, I'm a person that I'll just give you the right way to network is to love people as you network with them. Okay. That's it. That's it. See, that's the thing. A lot of people think of networking as like a mental strategy of how to get the most lead. No. I think of networking as a way to share my heart with others and connect with them. And that frequency, that's what resonates. You will stand out like crazy if you stand out with that, okay? Now, there's the problems I see with networking today, okay? Actually, we are networkers here. What are some problems you guys see with networking? What's up?
Overly aggressive pitching.
Overly aggressive pitching. Okay.
Follow up.
What's that?
Follow up.
No follow-up. No follow-up. No? Anybody else?
Well, just when people don't really want to network, they just really are here just to get your business, and they don't care about you.
Yeah. Just walking ads. You guys,
But we all need to do business, but there's a way. Like the love, I love.
Yeah. Just a bunch of people just walking advertisements. Just so.
Well, I believe in help me, I help you. Vice versa trade.
Exactly. Genuineness with it.
Should be the other way around.
Yeah. Either or.
Then you help me.
There you go. So things I've noticed, basically, it's shallow. A lot of it's shallow. We go to these events, and like she said, he's just handing out business cards. This is a true story. I was having a deep conversation with someone. This guy walks in between us, drops 2 of his business cards, and walks away. And he tiptoed away like we just going to see that. I'm like, bro, man, I see ads on YouTube. I see ads on Facebook. Now you're going to come and just bring me an ad at this event.
Maybe he's shy.
Maybe, who knows, if he's shy. He was pretty bold to do that. Because to kind of walk in between our conversation and drop them cards off. You know what I'm saying?
But you remember him.
That is a point. Good point. Audience won that one. Okay, good one. So the other issue is that it's ineffective for most people. How many of us heard of someone that said, oh yeah, I tried networking, that doesn't work? It doesn't work. Networking doesn't work, right? And then someone may ask, it don't work or you don't work?
We don't work.
You go to one event and you expect your whole pipeline to be full from that one event, right? And you think because there's 1 million people there, they all want to work with you. No? You can be in a networking event with 5 people there and have the best success, and go to a networking event with 500 people and nothing happens, crickets. A lot of people, they kind of take what they've learned, their social skills they've learned from high school and college, and they take it to networking events expecting it to work. It's a whole different ballgame, because the thing is, we're all grown-ups here. We're all adults. We're all smart. We're entrepreneurs. You can't really tiptoe around the fact that people can smell, excuse my French, BS if you're coming out with that. And my definition of BS is basically showing up somewhere and you're more focused on what you want, your gain, your this, in a way that's detrimental to others. I'm at the point now where if I'm talking with someone and they're just talking about themselves and I feel like they have no interest in me at all, I nod and I just walk away. I'm like, it's just no point in that. Think of networking as a way to connect and build community, genuine community, rather than build your business. If you want a big business, build a big community. And all things would come from that. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down. Okay? I'm going to break it down to a science for everyone. I have this acronym. Okay? I call it MASTER. This acronym will cover everything you need on a practical scale to how to be the most effective networker that you can be. In a sense, what I call a master networker. Hence the MASTER acronym. Okay, I'm giving you all of the trade secrets. I moved to Kansas City in 2017. In 2020, I started a community with 0 people. A year later, we have 5,000 people international in that community called the Lion Team. And with that community, I use very much this acronym. Okay, and mostly networking events. So the first letter in the acronym MASTER is make eye contact. Now I'm gonna take it to like a little bit further, okay? So there's like the genuine eye contact that you're talking to someone and you give them your eye contact, right? We all know this. People can feel when you're looking at them and you look away, or if you're looking at the time, look at your watch, none of that, But I'm talking about eye contact as a way of spiritual connection with people. The way that I initiate my networking events is I walk in and I scan the room. The moment you lock eyes with someone, go talk to them immediately, because there's a spiritual purpose why you locked eyes with them. We've all had that moment where we make eye contact with someone, we look away because it's kind of weird. It's like, whoa, it's like we saw them see us, they saw us see them, but it's kind of, but what I'm saying is there's actually a spiritual reason why you locked eyes with them. There have been times where, okay, this is a true story. I was right before a networking event. I was in my car and I was like, man, I really need a venue that I can speak at, right? I want a venue that instead of host, I'm really looking for that. I set that intention. I walked into a networking event. I looked around, locked eyes with someone. I connected with them. And then they were like, oh, wow, I actually work for a company and we have a venue that's empty on the weekends. We need someone to speak there. And that was just from the genuine eye contact. So take that seriously everywhere you go. Okay, you communicate with your eyes, give me full attention. Now, the A, attitude. Attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. What is, I would say, imperative to do is a lot of people believe that it's their circumstances that determines whether something is good or bad. Circumstances do not create what's good or bad or up or down. It is your state of being, your attitude, that creates the circumstances that you want to create in your life. So this is what I was speaking of earlier. If you want to have an amazing networking event, sit in your car, called segment intention, and have an intention set like, you know what? I'm going to have an amazing time. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great event. I'm going to have so much fun. Did I say anything about getting clients? Did I say anything about hitting a goal? I just said I'm going to have a great time. It's going to be an amazing time, which that's included in there. But don't focus on just the goal. Focus on your state of being, because you want the goal just to feel happy anyway. So you might as well just take your happiness and don't put it on the other side of some goal, because you're not going to always hit that goal. So therefore, if your happiness is on the other side of a goal, your happiness is now a gamble based on you hitting that goal or not. So if you want to be a master networker, you're going to have to claim your happiness first, claim your joy, claim your at least peace first, and then watch your goals follow you. Because there's people that you can hard charge and go out there and get deals, get your goals, or you can have your deals, your goals chasing you. And you're just managing what's coming in. And that's what I speak on. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you to go out there, and fight and go get. I mean, that's one way to do it. But I'm about the person that says, how about this? You can align in a way to where it's everything that you want to create and imagine for yourself wants you as bad as you want it. Actually want you even more than you want it. They just knock on your door. It just happen to say, hey, someone's buying a house. Someone's selling a house. Hey, real estate lead. They just keep popping up on you because you're working with the alignment of the universe. Not just a narrow of just the mind. The mind is there for a reason, but it's not, okay, I'm gonna go real deep, real fast. It's not there to create our lives. Our mind is there to perceive how our higher mind is creating our lives. So, be the go-giver. I'm really big on this. One way, like I said, to really raise your frequency, to do everything you do is show up to an event and ask yourself, okay, how can I add value to this person's life? How can I add value to this person's life? Okay. Right now, okay, you said you could be an example person, okay?
Yes.
Rob, how many ways can people in this room help you? Less than 5 or more than 5? In
More
turn,
than 5, but I help them as much.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying in terms of like, how many different ways can people help you? More than 5?
Yes,
Okay, let's say it's more than 10. In terms of you're focused on your goal.
absolutely.
More than 20?
There's infinite.
Infinite, exactly. There's infinite ways that it can help you, right?
Absolutely.
Now get this, if you show up to the room and you're just going around, hey, how can you help me? 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 How would you feel doing that?
No.
You feel terrible, right? Now, I'm gonna reverse it. How many ways can you help people?
With all my abilities, I can.
Yeah, infinite.
Yes.
You know, infinite ways, infinite things. But how does it feel to go around knowing you're helping this person, helping this person, helping this person, helping this person?
Gives you a good heart.
Exactly. See, we can feel on a vibrational level what's in alignment with our highest goals, with our highest dreams and things of that nature by simply just how it feels. You know, there's this idea that, you know, you have to struggle from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? To get an enjoyable 8, 9, and 10. That's not empirically true. You don't actually have to struggle or fight or survive through any step of the process. But since we're human beings, we're creators and we're creating that reality. You can actually enjoy every step of the way. Now, don't get me wrong, you'll work, but it won't even feel like work because you love every step of the way. Your attitude determines your altitude. You follow me? You guys tracking with me? Good? All right, cool.
I think
So,
I'll leave this room a better person because of you, Alan.
wow, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. This is a good attitude. Love that. Sell the problem. Next one, okay? It's a little bit more into the strategy of it. Sell the problem. A lot of people walk into networking events and they're going big on, yeah, my name is I don't know, my name is Danny. I'm with KC Posters, right? We have the best posters in the world. We're this, or my name is Alvin. I'm with such and such tire repair, right? I have the best tire repair, okay? And they're selling their company, which is what we taught, but I'm telling you, that's not what works most effectively. You want to sell the problem. I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios, okay? Scenario A. My name is John. I'm with ABC Tires. We have the best tires, #1 certified, Better Business Bureau approved. We've been in business 50 years. That's A. Here's B. Have you ever had a moment where you were driving your car and you ran over something and you was worried that your tire would go flat and how stuck you would be? Now, how many people here would be pretty much stuck if their tire was to go in the middle of the highway? I'm the guy that'll make sure you never have to worry about that again because we can be there in a snap. A or B? B. B, because you spoke big on the problem. When you're selling your company, you're in your world. When you're selling their problem, you're in their world. And when you're in their world, people are like, wow, this person knows me. This person gets me. This person connects with me. This stuff is so like not popular at networking events that when you do it, you'll stand out like a sore thumb. I guarantee you'll stand out every single time. In that second example, did I even say the name of my company? Did I even say my name? I just said a big problem that I solve, that I'm excited to solve, and I'm the solution to that. That's how you hook people. Movies don't start until the problems start, okay? So sell the problem, and I guarantee you it'll be immediately hooking for people. 3 people. The T is 3 people. When you show up for networking, you want to go deep with 3 people. See, a lot of us get anxiety because we walk into a networking event or networking group or whatever it is, and we think we got to meet everybody there. It's better to go a mile deep than a mile wide. When you walk into a grocery store, are you going to buy every piece of grocery up in this. No, well, some of y'all do, but some of y'all be huge shoppers. But on a normal basis, there's only a couple of things you need. When you go to a networking event, meet 3 people at least and go deep with that 3. Just get your 3, and you'll come to find that if you remember I said lead with the eye contact, you lead with the eye contact, they'll connect you, go deep with them, and then eventually if you keep coming back to the same event, you'll walk in a room of 30 people and everybody's best friends with you. So you want to lead with that, okay? Now there's an acronym I'm going to teach you. It's very, very popular. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard it before. It's called FORM, okay? FORM. This is an acronym within an acronym. FORM, F-O-R-M. The F is for family and from. Like, where are you and your family from? This is when you're conversating with someone, okay? Where are your family from? O is occupation. What do you do for a living? R is recreation. What do you do outside of that? And then if you feel aligned with them, if there's a connection with them, the M is the meeting. Set a meeting right there. Hey, what'd you do next Tuesday? Let's grab coffee. Okay. So F, hey, where are you and your family from? O, okay, what do you do for work? R, recreation. What do you do outside of work? Pickleball, cool. I play pickleball. Vegan, cool. I'm vegan. Oh, and mind you that like in the back of your mind, it's like overall, people can tend to fall to one or even sometimes all 3, but it's either, it could be a client / customer, a connector, or a friend. You know, client, connector, or friend. Some people say, I'll never work with you, but I can connect you with a lot of people. Some people say, hey, I need your services. And some people say, I don't feel any business resonance with you, but let's go out and shoot golf sometime. Right? And all 3 are okay. Okay. Next letter is empathy. Empathy. Now, with empathy, this is what goes on. You want to be in their world. Okay. When I connect with someone, I'm immediately thinking, what's it like to be Matt? What's happening with Matt? See, Matt tells me his problem. But with empathy, I can know his meta problem. The meta problem is the problem underneath his problem that he's not speaking about. If someone comes to me, let's say their problem, I need to find deals. I need to find deals. I need to find deals, right? I need to find deals. That's their problem. It's pretty obvious we need to help. Okay, cool. What I hear is their meta problem is they're in run mode of building their business. If someone comes to me and says, hey, could you help me find a deal? And I was like, no, but I got this elbow grease I use. You should try this out. See, nobody, it's if you go to a doctor and you have a particular problem and you say, hey, my knee is acting up, and they say, well, we got this stuff that can help your hair grow better. It doesn't work that way. And the thing about it is that there's so many people that they're so focused on what they're selling that when someone comes with them with their problem, they'll present them with a solution that has nothing to do with their problem. Because they're more focused on selling their solution than solving their problem. You solve enough problems and you will live a life where your problems will be solved effortlessly. The more effortless you are about solving other people's problems, the more effortlessly your problems will be solved. If you're stingy with helping others, people will be stingy with helping you. If you give people, let's say for example, you're connecting with someone and you know you can really, really help them and it'll be easy for you, but they're competition. So you don't want to, hash out deals for them. Well, when opportunity comes your way, it's going to see you as competition and it's not going to help you. You give unapologetically, just give just to give. And you'll be able to receive more than you can ever imagine. Okay? So be in their world. There's another thing I'm going to teach you really quickly. Okay? It's called reflective listening. Now, this part's really deep. We can go over this later if it's too much. Okay? But it's called reflective listening. One of my #1 techniques at connecting with people. So let's say, for example, I'm going to use you again because you said he volunteered to be, okay, cool. So This is an example. Give me a problem you've dealt with before in 5 sentences or less on anything.
I think the biggest thing in the last 3 years, my wife and I bought a brand new house.
Yes.
And we wanted to build a brand new house.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent 2 years to search for the right builder, the right neighborhood, and we were coming out of a home we'd lived in for 35 years.
Mm.
So that was a problem, was to find the right realtor, the right home, the right layout.
Yeah. You and your wife had an experience where you went through a process of finding your next home together.
Exactly.
Finding your next home together, and especially coming out of space for 35 years, it's hard to transition out of that and finding the right person to work with you.
Correct.
Okay?
Isn't that a
Absolutely.
problem's the wife?
No. No. But what I was demonstrating was reflective listening, okay? That thing you just said, what if I responded with, oh, cool, okay, yeah, I hear you. It kind of just stops there. Reflective listening is that when someone shares with you, I'll do it again. I'll use you as an example. We buy houses, okay? I'm a reflective listen, okay? I'll do both. Give me a problem in 5 sentences or less.
I think a current problem we're having is finding accurate data for when we're doing our direct-to-seller outreach, and want to make sure that we aren't wasting money where it doesn't need to be wasted.
Okay, so cool, I got you. That's what most people say. It's like, okay. The second, reflective listening. I hear you're at a space now where you want to utilize your time to acquire the right data so you're not, in a sense, wasting money, just throwing it down the drain. Exactly. You're a man that like to really capitalize on your time and make the most of it. A or B? B. Oh.
It's reiterating what they just
Exactly.
said, so that you know that you got it, what they said.
Exactly. And it's also communicating that you were listening to them.
Be crazy.
Exactly. A lot of us say, yeah, I heard you, but actually reflecting, we implement that we're listening to them. Okay? So our next letter, and then, yeah, our last letter is review yourself. Review yourself. After every networking event, sit in your car and think to yourself, did you add value to people? Where was your focus mostly? On yourself or helping other people? And it's okay to have a balance of both. You don't have to show up to an event and be like, I don't matter, I just focus on everyone else. No. It's a balance of both. If you come to a networking event, I like to use this. I call a pattern interrupter, okay? A pattern interrupter is something that disrupts people's usual everyday pattern. People have an expectation of what's going to happen when they network every day. You can interrupt their pattern with this simple question. Hey, Phil, right now, what would add the most value to your life? Friendship. See? And now I know what adds most value to his life. He's like, okay, it doesn't happen at networking events. And I make that my goal. Okay, cool. How can I just be his friend? It wouldn't be friendship, be friends. A lot of times, business owners get into this narrow mind that I can only add value to people's lives if it has something to do with my business. If it has something to do with a way that I can make money, then that's the only way I can help them. It's not empirically true. Actually, that can stifle you. As a human being, you can help people in so many different ways. B2B, B2C is no more. Now it's H2H, human to human. Just focus on human to human. What would you change about your networking? What would you change? How did you show up? What are you proud of with your networking? Okay? I'm gonna give you guys a bonus because like we all like bonuses. I saw the Price is Right, it's the bells and everything. Nice.
Some under our seats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at the seats. You'll find nothing. It's not gonna be no.
Except for one chair.
Yeah, exactly. So our bonus is Batman. Be Batman. Or Batgirl. Cool. Allow me to explain. Why is Batman so well known in Gotham? Exactly. Batman's mission is to solve everyone in Gotham's problem. He's just adding value to everyone, therefore he's known around the city. If you move to a new city, you want to take over the town in terms of everyone knows who you are, be the person that solves everyone's problem, that outgives everyone there. When I first moved to Kansas City, I knew nobody except just the girlfriend I moved here for, no one else. 2-3 years later, built a community, 5,000 people, mostly built in Kansas City. What did I do? Add value to everyone. Just add value. Because as you're adding value, you're building like this nest pool of people that are just like, man, like this person, whatever they're doing, I want to be a part of their mission. That's another big thing. The business you're in, make it, if it's not already, make it your mission. How does this make the world a better place? You can go out there all day and say, yeah, we buy ugly houses and fix them up. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I see those signs everywhere. Or you can go out there like, you know what, Kansas City economy can use some improving. I'm going to be the one that's going to help fix this town and make it more presentable so when they come in for the World Cup, people want to stay here from Argentina.
They do.
They do. Other one's a mission. Make it a world-changing mission. Be Batman. Add value to everyone. Now, here's another caveat, okay? A lot of us, I talk a lot about adding value to others, right? There's some people out there that they are giving, they're giving, and they're not experiencing results. They're actually just drained. They're actually just, you know, they're out, they're burnt out, overwhelmed. That's because when they're adding value to people, they're not including themselves as one to add value to. This is really important. Life is just a transfer of energy. So if you're not adding value to yourself, prioritizing yourself in a healthy way, you're transferring the energy of deprivation. So therefore, you're like, yeah, I help this person, and they feel your energy that you're drained, you're exhausted. You want to make sure your cup is full first. Because if your cup's not full, you're giving people emptiness.
What if you fill your cup by helping others?
Then that's still the same thing. That's still filling your cup. That's it, right? I'm talking about the ones that, you know, they fill the cup for helping others, but they do it 7 days a week and they don't take one day off. What I'm saying is you can fill your cup helping others, but you can also fill your cup watching Netflix, you know, watching Harry Potter, whatever people watch. Harry Potter, is that still popular? Y'all watch Harry Potter?
Harry Potter's always popular.
Harry Potter, okay, cool.
Or Batman.
Or Batman. Exactly. So really prioritize that. You have a question?
Batman's like 3 hours.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, it was good information to do that. However, some people take advantage of it if you provide a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good one. People, she said, that's good information, but what if someone takes advantage of you? If someone takes advantage of you as you're helping them, then you're helping from a false sense. Allow me to explain. You're helping them focused on what they do with your help. You're not actually helping them. You're giving them expectations. You help people not to get a result from them, but because you're a helper. There's this old Bible verse that if someone slaps your left cheek, offer them your right. You know, no, I'm not saying just do it all day, just that. But what I'm saying is always be willing to give people grace. If you offer them help and they take your help and just take advantage of whatever it is, pray for them, send them love, but don't let them change who you are. Don't blacken your heart because of a past event that caused you to say, wow, I don't trust people anymore. Never give up faith on people. Because don't let the negative people stop you from helping the people that are positive that actually could use your help. Life's a contextual field. There's always going to be the up and the down, the left and the right. Don't let the down stop you from going up. Okay? So like I was mentioning earlier, you know, what I do is coaching. You know, I do coaching. That's what I do. I'm a coach, speaker. And what I was mentioning before is that a lot of what I coach on, I'm not really, okay, getting goals, achievement is phenomenal. That's a part of the process. But I'm more about aligning ourselves in a way to where our goals are following us. our success is following us. I call it effortless success. You know, if you find yourself struggling, if you find yourself regularly fighting, then you're going against the grain. To go with the grain, you know you're going with the grain because things are flowing to you. Things are automatic, and you're having fun. People say, Alan, what do you do for recharge? My life is a recharge. Live life like it's a recharge. You can go on vacation, but make sure you're not going on vacation because you have a life you're trying to vacate from. Vacation, absolutely phenomenal in Honolulu. But it's just as phenomenal as when you're in Kansas City. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm talking about a state of being that says wherever you go, you're living your best life, you're joyful. Okay? So when it comes to this, you know, for everyone in here, you know, until the end of the night, if anyone wants to have a session with me, completely on me, if it's booked by the end of the day, you can scan that QR code right there. We'll have a 45-minute session, and we'll just talk. You know, we'll talk. We'll have a coaching conversation to help us really get in alignment with this. You know, I've been very blessed to, you know, work with there was a company I worked with, private consulting, and they went out and did over $1 billion in revenue, you know, as I was working with them, right? And then I'll work with someone that is probably not the largest company ever, but they're in a space where they're just looking to have just a happy life. They just want fulfillment. You know, coaching for me, I'm not really big on, okay, we're just here just to create this particular result. I'm the person that says, okay, you're going to become the person to where you can create any result you desire. And your success follows you. So with that being said, I love you all very much. Thanks so much for having me. Hope you guys are master networkers now. That's nice. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been
Thank you.
promising
Yeah.
now for 3 weeks.